My name is Maya, and I am 32 years old. When I look back now, it feels strange how warm love once was. Not loud, not dramatic, just soft and steady, like sunlight through a window in the morning. In the beginning, he looked at me like I was something precious. When I spoke, he listened. When I laughed, he smiled. When I walked into a room, his eyes found me first. I felt chosen. I felt Safi. I felt wanted. At that time, I truly believed something very simple. If I love him enough, he will always love me back. I did not think love could fade. I did not think hearts could grow tired. I did not know that sometimes love does not end with anger, but with quiet distance. Back then, we were not rich. We were not powerful, but we were close. We shared small things. Coffee in the morning, soft talks at night, little jokes that only we understood. When he held my hand, I felt calm. When he hugged me, I felt like I belonged somewhere in this world. I thought that was what love was, and for a while, it really was. The change did not come in one big moment. It came in small, gentle ways. At first, it was just little things. He listened less. He looked at his phone more. When I spoke, his mind felt somewhere else. I would be telling him about my day, and he would be scrolling, nodding, not really hearing me. Sometimes I would stop talking in the middle of a sentence, just to see if he noticed. Most of the time, he didn't. He was still there. He still came home. He still sat beside me, but his heart was not with me anymore. It was like sitting next to someone in a dark room. So close, but so far. I started to feel lonely even when he was beside me. That was the first time something inside me felt afraid. So I did what many women do when love starts to feel weak. I tried harder. I became more patient, more kind, mori carefu. I asked for less. I complained less. I smiled, mori. I thought if I became easier to love, he would love me again. I didn't know yet that love should not feel like work. He never looked at me and said, "You are not enough." But I felt it every day. I felt it when he compared me to other women. Not with words, with looks. I felt it when his eyes stayed a little too long on someone else. When his phone suddenly became more important than my voice. I felt it when my love started to feel like a job to him, like something he had to do, not something he wanted. Slowly, I became afraid to be myself, afraid to laugh too loud, afraid to talk too much, afraid to ask for love. Because every time I did, I felt like I was asking for too much. I started to wonder, why is my love not enough? Why does he look tired of me? And when a woman starts to question her worth, her heart becomes very quiet. Without even noticing, I changed. I spoke less. I laughed softer. I nida less. I stopped sharing my worries. I stopped sharing my dreams. I did not want to be a problem. I thought, if I am easier, he will stay. But love should not require disappearing. Love should not ask you to become smaller, yet I kept shrinking, hoping he would finally look back at me the way he once did. I was still loving him with all my heart, but I was losing myself. And then came the moment that changed me. It was not a fight, not shouting, not anger. Just one quiet moment, a cold reply, a forgotten promise. A look in his eyes that said, I no longer mattered. In that moment, something inside my chest collapsed. I felt it. Not loud, not dramatic, just deep. And suddenly, I understood something that hurt more than anything else. I was not failing at love. I was just loving someone who no longer saw me. And that was the beginning of everything changing. Leaving did not happen in a big, dramatic way. There was no shouting, no broken things, no angry words. just a tired heart that could not pretend anymore. I looked at him one last time, and something inside me felt quiet. Not empty, not cold. Just finished. I did not hate him. I was not angry. I was simply done begging for love. And sometimes that is the saddest kind of goodbye. I packed my things slowly, not because I wanted to stay longer, but because every object held a memory. A shirt he once liked, a mug we used in the morning, a small photo of us when we still looked happy. I touched each thing with soft hands, not with pain, but with acceptance. I did not cry loudly. My tears were quiet. They fell gently, like they understood this was necessary. I left not because I stopped loving him. I left because I finally started loving myself. The first days were the hardest. The silence was loud. The bed felt too big. The nights felt too long. I missed his footsteps. I missed his voice. I even missed the man who had hurt me. Memories came like waves. Some were warm. Some were sharp. But inside that pain, there was something new. Peace. For the first time in a long time, I was not waiting for a message, not hoping for a kind word, not begging to be seen. I was alone, and I was finally breathing. Healing did not come fast. It came slowly, softly. I learned to wake up without fear, to eat without worry, to smile without asking if it was okay. I remembered who I was before him, the woman who laughed easily, who spoke freely, who did not feel small in love. My heart started to feel calm again, not because the pain was gone, but because I was no longer hurting myself to keep someone else. One day, his name appeared on my phone. A message, a voice, a sudden return. Now he saw me. Now he missed me. Now I was enough. But timing is a cruel teacher. He found my value only after I stopped giving it to him, and I understood something very clearly. You should never have to leave to be loved. I did not feel angry. I did not feel proud. I just felt different, stronger, quieter, whole. I was no longer the woman who waited for love. I was the woman who chose herself. I did not win by making him regret. I won by finding myself again. And that is the greatest victory of all.